Hey y'all, what's going on? Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. Hope you all having a great week so far. I'm myself having a good day. Today is my Saturday. I won't work today and tomorrow. So I'm here giving you Mrs. Social Corner. You see the thumbnail. So we got a couple of topics. And yes, we're going to talk about some recent news that came out and whatnot. So, for example, the Quad and King breakup news, Cam and Hugo interview. I actually watched the episode. I know y'all would say, "Oh, Mister, that's good for you," because because I don't watch Potomac, so it is what it is. But I watched that interview, and I will have some things to say about that Dusty Delusion slush dog. And we're gonna talk about the ending of some shows, and then maybe the starting of some shows in the future. And we're gonna talk about Keke Palmer and what she said, and some other stuff that random come on internet and whatnot. Hey y'all, I ain't doing Mr. Social Corner for a while. I did it 3 weeks ago. I did one, the last one. So here we go again. And yes, after this freaking live, we will be watching the Traders episode and Married to Menace episode and get together and watch along on that in my Discord. So my Discord link is down below in the description box. So click on that and join me on Discord, and we do watch along after this live. And hold up, I know everybody say, "What's the way?" Hold up. Hey, shine bright like a diamond. You're beautiful like diamond in the sky. I got my haircut tomorrow. Yeah, I gotta get a fresh haircut. Next Saturday is my birthday. Turn the big 40. Yeah. The big 40. I got a couple things next week going on. I know Thursday I'm gonna go to a little spa. And then on Friday I'm going to a Broadway play and dinner. And then Saturday I'm took off of work, so I don't know what I'm gonna do Saturday. I might do like a minute dinner at my house. Chill out, drink, and relax. I don't feel like going doing any grand or big thing because it's cold out. Oh, Big 40. I'm going to be turning the Big 40 next Saturday on the 14th. But, yes. Once I want a haircut, it don't look like I'm turning 40. I don't feel it. I don't feel it at all. So, it's great. But I made some changes in my life a little bit. We'll talk about a little bit more on that. But no, what? I have been doing therapy now lately because that's one thing I want to be doing. So I got me a therapist and, doing things and changing things and, Yes, boo. Yes. Because, we youthful around here. Oh, yes. Yes, because, normally the Big 40 is the big milestone. And I said, I don't want to do anything big. Not yet. Not in this cold winter. Oh, yeah, thank you. I feel younger than that. But yes, actually, going to be turning 40. But yes, I ain't really want to do anything big. So I say I'll just do a couple of things on a couple of days. And then on the day of, I'm just going to do like probably a little mini dinner, have like my little family over and just have them chill with me and just keep it mellow and cute. And then maybe later on the year, I could do something like a big party or something like that, but not around it. The winter time is too cold. It is too much right now. Yes, but yeah, we got some things to talk about, y'all. What's up? How y'all feeling? How y'all doing? It's Black History Month. Happy Black History Month, y'all. Happy Black History Month to us and everything. I mean, every day is Black History, but we got our little month to celebrate, and it is what it is. Do what you gotta do. Don't let anybody upset you. Don't let anybody disturb your peace. And don't even let what's going on in the world disturb your peace. Because at the end of the day, they suffering right now because we've been telling y'all for years what's going on. Don't want to listen to us. So now let y'all reap the benefits and leave us out of it. So let us have our own moment and y'all do what y'all gotta do. And we be good over here. So happy Black History Month, y'all. It's like that. So I have topics. There's no particular order. So I'm just gonna be jumping around to different topics and whatnot. And some topics I might bring in that I didn't have wrote down that I had no interest to talk about. But hey, it is what it is. It's Mr. Social Corner. We got things to talk. Mm. So apparently, P Valley is coming back this year. And y'all know I love that show. I reviewed that show, but it be taking so long. And a part of it, I think part of it was the legal battle that it was going on. Now, congratulations to Katori who won a battle. So it's like, so now that that's out the way, we probably won't have to be waiting so long for another season. But we'll see how it goes. But once they announce a new date or whatever date it come on, we will have to probably go back and watch the first two seasons to catch up and refresh our brains. I remember most of the storylines. It's just that to the minor details we might forgot about it because it's been so long. We need to catch up before season 3. And when season 3 comes out, we will review it. Is it season 3 or season 4? Season 3, I think season 3. It's like that. We will review it and keep it on that. That's that. And also, Sherry Shepherd. I don't watch daytime shows, but Sherry Shepherd. No, her show is canceling. I think also Kelly Clarkson's show is canceling. It's a lot of shows just like revamping and canceling, and what they're trying to do is like, I know usually daytime shows are not really as popular as it used to be back in the days growing up in the 90s. I remember Vicky Lake, Jerry Springer, Wolvie, Jenny Jones. All that was the bomb back in the day. We were really like all that on the bomb. We was out of school. You would watch every one of those things back to back. Montel. It was a lot of daytime shows that was popular back then, but it's not as same as this year as now. Now, we don't know about Jennifer Hudson's show, but that's still going on for now. But people they might think that's next. Hopefully, it not. But Sherry Shepherd's show is ending, and it's the only thing I just don't agree with it, that they should allow her to announce the show, announce that things is ending, instead of just making a decision. I let Claire Carson announce it, but you don't want to let Sherry Shepherd announce it. It is what it is. I didn't really watch Sherry Shepherd. I mean, I believe that she'll be okay. She'll be great. I think she will continue to make money and have work later on. Just not the end or be all for her. But she had made some questionable moments in some of her shows and whatnot. And more power to her. More power to her. Mm. Oh, y'all saw this? Let me show you. Hold up. Let me put it up. Let's share the screen. Some quick other news. Let's go to reality TV round. Mark Wise, it may be returning. Y'all know when reality TV show was the ish back then when we was really watching reality TV show. Mark Wise was the bomb reality TV show. It was great. We had a big Ange, we had Drita, we had Renee, we had a lot of people that was on there that was big time personalities, that storyline, they not afraid to scrap. Exactly. They was not afraid to scrap, and what they scrapping about, it was reasonable. It wasn't no freaking they just fighting the fight for no real reason. When they fight, they fought for a reason, and it builds up. There's a fight out of nowhere. That's why I say this is one of the shows that I feel like, you know what? I'm gonna be real. I didn't like Ange or Drita. Oh really? I didn't even care for Drita that much either, because Drita was a lot to handle. But I really enjoyed the ensemble cast of Bob Wise and what they was bringing. It's like that. I still want love to give Drita what she was asking for. Yes, yes, because some of them been going through it with their partners as well. The partners, and then the life, and then the woman. Yeah, this show is good. So apparently, it's maybe coming back featuring Renee. However, Drita declined to come back, which is her right, because I know currently she's doing well, it's already filmed. It's already filmed, so she already done it, which is House of Villains. So I don't know her reason. Maybe she just say no. It's a chapter in my life. I done it. I did it. I done it. I just don't want to continue doing it again anymore, which is fine. I know people might be missing Drita because she was a big part of the show, but Renee could do it, and would bring some new girls in this site, anything, and bring other people that we probably don't know stories about, and bring on some cast. When it come back, I mean, when it come back, I ain't gonna say it. I will watch it. I will watch it, see how it is, because My Wives was a great reality TV show. It was a great one. Like I said, it had a mix of story, had a mix of drama, mix of fights. And even though I'm not a big on fighting, it just that I just not mind like watching it. It's just mind that if it has to be a reason of their fights. And sometimes my wives they be scrapping down. I know that's right. Drita doesn't want to answer about Lee. Oh, child, that Lee storyline, right? That Lee storyline. So, are you excited to come back? Let me see. Let me read what they said. They said, "Neighbors, this could be good." According to TMZ, fan love show Mob Wives is preparing to make a big comeback. The outlet says networks are currently trying to set things in motion, with a source stating that Renee Graziano will be leading the show. Fans may be disappointed to learn that iconic Drita de Avanzo won't be returning. Known for bluntness and being ready to throw hands, De Vazano told DMZ she is not interested in returning. Instead, she locked in for House of Villains and shopping around for a scripted show later this year. I know that's right. She said, I don't want to do more reality. I would just want to do some scripted shows. Yeah, that's what I said. I think when they would still hold it down. Even though we might miss Andrea like that, I think she might hold it down. And whoever ladies that might want to come back. But I feel like when they leading the charge with other new girls, it should bring more fresh people into it and show people what reality TV show was and how it was supposed to be. And not just fake old making stuff up and fake beef and drama for no apparent reason. That's like, what? And it was crazy because there was another thing. It's like when they Kamal Wives, they had like these background stories was interesting because the people was all really probably known in their mob story background. So it's like it's interesting to know what they doing outside of that. I'm gonna watch it because Renee is interested in that can go flow for Regency to be her cousin's replacement if they need a non-Italian. Yes, they get glow. Oh, flow. Okay. Yeah, Renee is interesting. She is interesting. That's what I'm saying. That's good that she stayed. She wanted to return and lead the charge. And having her with somebody that we all grew up watching will be there. So we could, for people, fans of my watch, continue on because we know a name. So when we see a person who really we watched before, we will watch it and to bring new fans into the show who probably never watched my watch before. They probably get excited to see a new reality TV show. But please don't be those woke, because Mount Watch not a show for y'all to be woke. We don't need that. It's Mount Watch, so y'all know what it is. All right? Yeah, we don't need no woke people. Just let's watch the show and call it a day. Speaking of those shows, this show might be returning back. So if they come back, I'm in. I'm sold. I'll be watching it. Speaking of shows, let's listen to another person. Basketball Wives. Thank God. Thank God. I'm sorry. Exactly. Was made to be toxic. Exactly. Point blank, period. We don't need nobody saying, oh my gosh, no, nope, nope. You ain't ruining this for me. Y'all ain't ruining this for me. Y'all better stay your ass where y'all at. Stay behind where y'all at. But we ain't ruining this for me. This is why the Chicago one got canceled quickly. That's for real, right? They was too real for y'all. Hold on, yeah, I'm gonna get the clip, the article.
Jump on here real quick before the news got out and people try to be messy and make this something that is not. This is just called growth and, moving forward. I'm announcing today that Basketball Wives will not be returning. Since its launch in 2010, this franchise has been the defining part of my professional journey. What began as a vision to tell my story and stories of women like me grew into a cultural movement that created opportunity, sparked conversation, and honestly amplified voices that deserve to be heard. I'm so grateful to VH1, Truly Original, Shed Media, and BET for their partnership and belief in a show that left a long-lasting mark on entertainment. Most importantly, I'm thankful to the women who trusted me with their stories and the creatives in front of and behind the camera who helped bring this vision to life season after season. Growth requires evolution, and knowing everybody, I wanted to jump on here while preparing for what's next. While this journey is concluding, I'm actively developing new projects that align with my personal and professional purpose, continuing to create meaningful opportunities for women across media and business. Basketball Wives will always be a cherished part of my legacy and a foundation of my career as a producer. Thank you for your support from day one, and I look forward to this next season of leadership, creativity, and expansion, and sharing it with you.
Basketball Wives update. You heard it first. Basketball Wives will not be returning. Thank you, BET, VH1, Shea Media, and to everyone who supported this chapter from the very beginning. What started as a vision became a platform that amplified voices and opened doors. This isn't an ending, it's a transition. I'm stepping into a new season with exciting projects ahead that align with where I am personally and professionally. More to come, Shawnee. I ain't surprised. It is what it is. It was time. It was time to end it. It was time to end it. I had stopped watching Basketball Wives for a while now, and it just came to the point that it didn't become entertaining anymore. It didn't become entertaining anymore. I didn't like that certain ladies, one person in particular, Evelyn, getting away with a lot of shit. I don't care how much TV y'all think she was, how much she thinking she was doing good for TV and she's great. I don't care about all that. Y'all can have y'all criteria. I don't care for all that. I don't want nobody who act like they could get done with do anything they want to and expect no consequences, and it was getting away with a lot of things because the person she was bullied buddy with was the producer of the show. I don't care. Don't care. Y'all said I said what I said. So I didn't care for Evelyn at all. Not my favorite, and I don't care. She was not TV Gold for me at all. I don't care. Um, she was getting away with a lot of things, and I just stopped watching the show. I think Shawnee should have took a step back and not be part of the cast. I think she should have stayed behind the camera, let the cast do what they had to do. That's my decisions. And the gang of antics of OG and a lot of things happening, and one night recycling the same ladies. It comes to the point. It's comes to the point that it was getting too much. So, and then last couple of seasons I have been watching. I did the last season I even actually really fully watched was that the same season? I think that was the same season when Malaysia threw that table, and that same season and that OG and everything got together. Was going back and forth. Ojo Cinco wanted me. I think that was the same season. I think that was the last season I even watched Basketball Wives, and I was done after that. I was saying, no, I'm not watching anymore. Mm-mm. I can't. It was blatantly doing too much. So more power to the ladies. I know it opened a lot of opportunities. I know Tammy doing her good job, and you know how firecracker Tammy was on the show, and that's the time I was watching Basketball Wives and everything, and you know how they did her, and she left, and then she doing the bigger better things. She doing mad shows, she doing mad things. I said, "Damn, Tammy, now we can't get you out of our faces now." She's like, she doing her thing. So that's one of the major glow up from that show. And, a lot of ladies is doing their own thing. Like Evelyn up here laughing about her daughter in the game. Like, listen, I ain't even planning to talk about that today, but I would say, girl, I don't have time for her. You up here laughing on the freaking guy face who can freaking kind of shading your daughter right in front of you. I say, if I was Shawnee's daughter, I don't even freaking F with her. But whatever it is, let's say, girl, do what you got to do. You think, listen, y'all love some evidence, so let's see if she doing something for herself. Nothing. Voice doing her. So like I say, a lot of ladies. I know Gloria Devon wanted to produce more. She would like to produce one more episode, one more show of Basketball. I said, no, let it end, Gloria. Let Lola. Let it end. That's it. We don't need no more Basketball Wives. Another show that may be allegedly ending is Love and Hip Hop. Love and Hip Hop serves its purpose as well. It went along for so long, for too much, and it's getting stale. Now I know Miami's currently showing, and I think Atlanta is currently coming up. But after that, what's the point? It's become stupid. It's another show that becomes very stupid. Miami's ended the season. Yes. So I feel like whatever show that's coming out now is going to be the last season for the time being, and then it's going to phase out the show series. So Miami's ended the season. Atlanta is coming up with their new season, and after that, they'll be done. I think they have no more New York. They've been done with Hollywood. So I guess y'all better enjoy the Yandy and all that stuff that's coming up, and let it be that. And that is just it. Allegedly, Love and Hip Hop should phase out and be done with that. I'm tired of seeing the same people storylines. I'm tired of seeing the same whatever. Yes. And that whole thing about Yandy, I said, girl, you doing all this hooping hollering with men DZs. I said, listen, at the end of the day, y'all should have been upfront and straight up. Yeah, you were not legally married. That's the one thing I feel like she did a good job not legally binding herself to being married to him. But all that antic about being married, spiritual, I would say, girl, you should do all that for what? To not be legally married? It is what it is. So all that, and I'm trying to cut Rashida. That's why I'm be watching Atlanta, so I don't care about that anymore. I'm trying to cut Rashida storyline. That thing dusty going on, and we don't have no Stevie J, no Mimi, and that anymore. And, Cardi Red. I said Cardi Red. I don't know what the hell you still doing there. And Spice, all that stuff. So y'all have at it with this Atlanta season coming up. I mean, Scrappy doing the same thing. I don't know what kind of girl did it with Scrappy think that he's all faithful or truthful. I don't know what the hell y'all think. He said, why? I said, girl, after this point, I saw the trailer. I said, at this point, why are you surprised at what Scrappy's doing? You know damn well he was texting that girl, and you damn well he was texting that other girl. So you thought you had a baby by him, he would be faithful. He was never faithful. He's never been a faithful guy. So I don't know why females act stupid when it comes to this guy. Like, it's stupid. You should have been like, you know what? I know him. The fuck he doing. It is what it is. Why you lie? I say, you know he's going to lie. So why are you surprised? So I said, get out my face, girl. Get out my face. You are no special than nobody else. So Love and Hip Hop is ending. And let that be done. Mona did what you had to do. And it fades out. Another show is coming up. Bell Collective expanding its franchise. I think I did not talk about this last time. I think I saved it. Did I? I don't know if I did. But it's been a while ago, so I'm talking about it now. Bell Collective franchising. The new season of the current Bell Collective will be out next Friday. And then Bell Collective Birmingham will be starring Stormy and some new ladies. And I said, oh. I didn't just like Stormy. I just didn't care for it like that either. So it is what it is. But as a new, I think Bell Collective is one of his. I think Bell Collective is his strongest, should be his strongest main front show. But he wanted to push Bell Collective like he pushed Love and Marriage Huntsville. Let Love and Marriage Huntsville dies out. That show is coming as whack and stupid. It's been whack and stupid, so I don't watch that show anymore. Bell Collective should be your staple show, not Love and Marriage Huntsville. But we know Love and Marriage Huntsville became your first syndicated show, so it is what it is. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because I didn't even get Rock with Stormy like that. I didn't even like Rock with Stormy like that. She got an she gave me energy on the TV screen like she was like this. Yes, you were very successful and nobody can take that away from you. But girl, don't act like your shit don't stink. I'll be happy they cancel Love and Marriage Huntsville, but that ain't gonna happen because I'm tired of seeing the same people. That Cape Crusader, I said, oh, now Cape Crusader, see what you happen when you caping? See what happened when you was caping for that man? Hot box, playing you. Now he thinking about leaving your hair, leaving you high and dry, leaving you hanging. And it's so sad to see a educated older woman play herself for this younger man. I gave up a Love and Marriage Huntsville as well. I gave up Love and Marriage Huntsville a long time ago as well. But it just sucks to see you, girl. I said, well, and we talked about it last time when he talked about referring to as a refrigerator and all that extra stuff. And especially giving Trisha and her boyfriend. Yes, that's the freaking thing. I don't even know what's going on with their relationship. Because the only thing I be hearing about lately online is about Cape Crusader and Hotbox. And Teletubby and Nell going back and forth. Nobody even talk about Trisha and her boyfriend. What the hell's going on with that? But I do see her ex-husband online a lot. What's his name? Marquez. Doing interviews and stuff like that. I said, boy, get yourself together. We don't want to see you like that either. I did like a recent interview with or like a podcast with Martell. I said, oh, why y'all giving Martell all these little freaking presents? We don't need to see his milk dusty ass head. Oh, oh, I don't know. I said the ex-husband. I don't even watch the show. I don't know if they still married or not. But I know he's going around doing interviews and stuff like that. Like we need to see his ass. So that's a show that needs to end. I'll be happy to end that show, but it's not. But I said, yo, and then swear because doing something. I said, listen, what happened to Grown Gospel? What happened to the other show that was Fraser in Malaysia? It's like he just start shows and then just leave it hanging. I was like, and they're gonna come back with DC. They're gonna come back with Detroit. Even though I can't for Detroit anymore. That show's like stupid. I can't stand what I like. Every cast member in that show was annoying. Every cast member in that show was annoying. DC, the way they had to did see DC, that kind of make us messed up, upset. So it was like, whatever. You know what show I was interested in? I wish, and I reviewed it. I wish they came back with another season, but I don't know what happened. What was the reason? Too happy to hold Charlotte. That show was a good show. I don't know what happened to that show and why they didn't do another season. Because that season had great different family dynamics. It all was so different. We had an Epstein Nesters. We had a relationship that had two male and a woman being parents to children. We had a couple that had a married couple that had children. Like all these people was so family. They dynamic was so different. It was so much content to talk about. Y'all remember that show? If y'all did, it was on OWN. It was called To Have to Hold Charlotte. It was a great show. I don't know why they ended, but I was thinking about that show the other day. I was saying why that show was ended. That was a good show. But and everything, but it's called To Have to Hold Charlotte. It was on OWN. I think if you check on demand, it had one season, and I reviewed it. If you go on my channel, I reviewed that show. It was really good. It was a long time ago, but it was a long time ago. But that was a good show on OWN. I wish they had another season too. I think it's on my playlist. If you check it out. So anything, I think that's it. What we on TV Realm. So Love and Hip Hop might be ending soon. Basketball Wives got canceled. P-Vaz coming back out. Basketball Mob Wives might be coming back. I don't know about that one because filming in Charlotte is hell. Maybe. Maybe. Let me see if I go find my thing, my playlist of that, and I share it here so y'all can go watch it because I really did enjoy it. Those who didn't watch, who didn't listen to my week 5 of the book review I did yesterday, here go the link, and y'all click on that and watch that and catch up. And I've been doing it. Like I've been giving you content, and stuff like that. So watch it. So that's that. That's all about the TV realm, so like that. And let's move on to other news. I told y'all business was crazy. Child. Oh yes, Menace. That book was good. Thank you, Sia, for recommending that book. It is so good, and I was like, this guy is something else, and the storyline is great, and he is something else. He is something else. He's very strange, weird, do the most, entertaining. But you love when you have a little like a rough dude changing and falling and having a good heart for the woman that he's supposed to kill. All right. Who was surprised that this happened? Quad and King broke up. Anybody was surprised? Cause listen, I'm gonna be real for y'all. When King came to the scene, some of the stuff that he was saying in Quad and things from last season, his siblings are worse. Oh, Chad, I know they got their own spin-off books too. Yeah, I know they got their own spin-offs books, so I'm gonna catch that up. I know Quad and Grade 1.5 will last until the summer. Chad, exactly, something. Will last. It's something. But I know when he came, when she got with him and everything, some things he was saying, this just kind of threw me off with him. And granted, yes, I did stand by what I say about how he stood up to Greg and everything, but I only feel like he did that because he wanted to get brownie points. But yes, I do feel like Greg was on the most and he had to check Greg. But I say, even though he might be a better looking guy than Greg, he was low key still similar to a Greg, like you said, Greg 1.5. And how he talks to Quad and making little snide comments and how it's a natural order of things and no, I'm not moving your house and none of this and this and that. Big back Quad and saying little slick stuff out of his mouth. But when I saw the African advertisement, I knew it was time. Oh, Chad. If Helen she just hit that baby formula better, Quad could have hit 1.5 longer. Exactly. Because I was like, child, for this happened. I think that baby journey just kind of like did tarnish the relationship quicker than it needs to be. And I said, Claude, I said, I don't understand why you feel like this was the guy you should have a baby with, just because how he is with his daughter. And I said, girl, you destigmatized. He was a better looking, nice body, stigmatized. You got sex 50 times a week. So that's what it is. So you thought he would be a better than anything? No. If you would just listen to what he was saying to you and everything, you know, this is not what it is. I say just go do your Ebony K. Williams route and have this baby how you want to have it. And I hope that this is not the end of your journey. Don't end your baby journey because you broke up with him. If you did that, then I mean you only did that because you was with him and it was all performative. If you really want a baby, I want to continue to see your journey, your baby, and let's see if you're gonna get what you want. And there's other ways. You don't have to do the baby carrying for yourself. You do surrogacy route. You can do adoption. You know, it's other things you could do if you really wants the baby part. So do this for yourself and not even worry about no man. So that's the only thing I was happy because I know she was begging, please don't do this to me. And I said, girls, you don't freaking beg. You better stop your begging over here. And you can tell he didn't want no kid. You can tell he would say, "Oh, I'm just doing this for you, and it's too much. It's crazy, it's creating a tone of a relationship, and all that stuff. And you should have my thing. Give me a king and all that stuff, and masculine." And I said, "Boy, bye." And then he said, "Oh, I was waiting my whole life dodging a bullet." I see you have a kid though. You have a daughter. So how you wait your whole life dodging a bullet? Kids are blessing. Oh, blessings in disguise. It's like, oh, that's slick shit. I said, nah. And Quad is like, so I don't know what propped her to actually woke up and say, you know what? Just no to serve us anymore. So Quad confirms a breakup from Kirk King to TMZ because he was online. Because I guess people was talking about things and they started asking questions, and he said, "Oh, well, I left that situation," and he said, "Oh." He said other things. That's the situation. He was basically confirming or lousing the breakup before we even know what's happening. I left the situation, luck don't last, and whatnot. So I was like, oh, well, you just really quickly just get online and just show your behind, huh? But we don't normally typically fashion. When the guys like that, they would like to show that the relationship ended, or it's they the one who ended it, to make it seem like they ended the relationship and not realize it was a mutual agreement, or maybe she ended with them. But according to Kawhi, it was a mutual agreement. According to him, he made it seem like he left her. So it's like normal fashion. Kirk and I mutually decided to bring our relationship to a close in 2025 while our time together encompass many meaningful moments. That chapter of my life has now concluded. I wish him well. In 2026, I'm focused on moving forward with clarity and purpose. Thank you for your support. Mm-hmm. And then also, let me share some comments he said because I could not remember the comments specifically. He said specifically, Quad and King had called it quits after trying to have a baby together. And this is one thing he said: I don't think they together anymore. And somebody said it's sad. K King said I can confirm that I left that situation. And somebody said that, and I think he said another thing. Oh, luck ran out or something like that. Yeah, just too handsome. Quad is a lucky woman. And then he said luck ran out. So I was like, ooh, Chad. I was like, well, that's that. And then, Heavenly saying that, oh, they knew about the breakup. I think Toya and Eugene to talk about it with Carlos King. I didn't watch the interview yet, so that would not be talked about this time. I did not know they was doing an interview. Carlos King act like he's the next person. And I don't know what y'all. I am not paying nobody no freaking person who is a producer who making way more money at Patreon account. I don't know why he started doing everything on Patreon, but I said y'all go ahead and spend your money on Carlos King. I ain't doing none of that. I bet if I'm doing Patreon, I'm gonna spend somebody who's like a regular YouTuber, like a Bondi or Jamie or something like that, who needs it. He don't need that. So I don't know why he started doing Patreon like he want to take over everything. Fuck out of here. So he should be paying me. I ain't paying my Patreon for him. So I wish Quad the best. Him what he had to do and call it a day. I think Toy recently used them to get her son a car. Which I said, if that's his business, that's his business. I know people saying why she would. I said, listen. So he could say whatever and curse without YouTube taking. Oh yes, because YouTube does take a lot if you start doing too much. So I understand the reason why people go on Patreon. I just feel like I'm not paying my money to pay his Patreon when he's a producer and all that making money like that. He could be supporting us. I'd rather spend my Patreon to people who needs it, like Bonnie and stuff like that. Even though I ain't supporting my Patreon right now, but if I do want to, I know who's the main one I will definitely watch. Oh, he gave her son a Lamborghini ride for his birthday. Oh, okay. It was not a car purchase. It was a ride. Okay, that's cute. But why we got all these big ass fancy cars? A Lamborghini. I know. Okay, that's cute. All right. Like, don't give me no fancy car. I didn't like a nice 4-door car that give me point A, point B. I don't need no actual fancy Lamborghini or Ferrari, voices. None of that. Voice. I don't need none of that because all that sporty car don't please me anyway. It doesn't please me, especially those 2 doors cars. I said this look ugly. The 2-door cars look ugly. Period. That is me. But more power to you. More power to you. I would say what Kawhi gonna do if she's baby journey. If she really want this baby, let her continue on this journey, and not do it because she went with this guy. Please don't do that. Because her reason why she wanted to do a baby because how he was with his daughter. I said that's not a good reason, girl. Man, do every K Williams, do that route, and I said, hey, that's that. Who else? So let us to this thing. So that was that. I'm done. Anything else with Quad and King? Because I got nothing else to say. I mean, now that we know they broke up, the rest of the season is minute to us. Now it's like, it is what it is. I don't see no more of that journey because with him. Because at the end of the day, they not even together anymore. So I saw this clip where this mother saying her 17-year-old son is having a job right now, and she want him to pay $500 for rent a month and pay his phone bill, or he get out the house. Now I got my opinions about that, but let's listen to what she had to say.
My son has a job now, and I feel like he should help me around the house with the bills. So I told him starting February. No. I told him starting February 1st, he's gonna start paying $500 a month. And then he's gonna start paying his cell phone. I've been paying his cell phone since he had a cell phone since he was 7. You paid your phone bill like 2 times. Anyway, parents, do you think he should start paying rent? He feels like he don't have to pay rent. You want to give your part real fast?
I'm 17, bro. What am I paying rent for?
You can't stay nowhere for free. You work.
When I'm 18, I'll figure that out.
No, you're gonna figure it out now. $500 a month. I don't care what he say. Either 500 or the door.
What you gotta say? Now I'm letting you know now. When I was start working, when I was a teenager, when I was going to school full time, do extracurricular activities, and I had a little part time job when I was like in my senior year, like 15, something like that. Because that's what you do in your senior year, right? No, no, that was in your freshman, something like that. I had a job close to my senior year in high school, junior, senior, and I had a part time job before I started with the college. My money asked me to pay no rent. I was able to afford some things on my own when I needed help. But how much money you think a teenager gonna make in, especially if you go to school? How much money you think he's making in a month? He ain't making that much because most of the time you doing part time, not a full time work. A couple of hours after school, and then come on. So, me personally, I think 17 years old. I think it's great for him to start paying for his phone bill and use that responsibility. And maybe if maybe he can help out with a light bill or something like that, or give you something towards a light bill or something like that, or internet bill. But having paid $500 for a month for a rent, no, I think I would not do that. I would not have him do that. because I know you want to teach him responsibilities, but I think you should teach him responsibilities throughout his time and not wait till he had a job to start teaching him this. And I don't like that. I don't like that. This is me. Y'all might have different opinions. I don't like that she would say, "Oh, you gonna pay me $500 a month or to the door." So you gonna put him out on the street at 17. Now I know he's trying to say, "Oh, 18, I can figure it out." I said, I don't know what kind of thing you was raising him about, but that mindset, yeah. First of all, it was annoying me that he can't say for what, for what. I said, "Boy, can you shut up?" However, when he started working, I think I do agree to let him pay his phone bill, at least that, because I know they kids these days they on their phones a lot, so he could pay his phone bill. Yes, that could be his responsibility, pay his phone bill. But I don't think he's making enough money to be getting you $500 a month. Let him save that money. Maybe you want to start off maybe $100 or two, $100, something like that, and then you put that aside and give it back to him when he going to college or something like that. I don't know, but I don't know. That's just me. I don't think I would even do that. Yes, I understand you got to teach him responsibilities like that, but let him teach responsibility gradually. Give him his phone bill. Let him pay his phone bill, and maybe help out with food and something like that in the house, and do that way. You take care of the rent because that's your child. That's your responsibility. You decide to have him. Sometimes I think parents does this thing that, oh, if I had you, you supposed to do something for me. I said no, they don't. They didn't ask to be here. Now if they want to help, they can. But I don't think it should be the force upon him, and I don't think you should have kicked him out the house if he didn't can't pay the $500. Now if he's not going to school none of that, he just working on thing. Maybe it's a different story. I don't know. They storyline. She gave him a background story, but I'm pretty sure he probably still going to school and whatnot. So that is me. I think he should pay the phone bill. Help out other things and stuff. But the $500 is way too much. I don't even want him to do that. And use responsibilities until he's 21. So, and if he is 18 or 19 and something like that, I said, you don't need to figure it out, that little attitude he had. I said, no, just start working in increments to start building. And yes, I understand what you're trying to teach him and say, you can't live nowhere else for free and whatnot. But at this day and age, rent is expensive as hell. And to this point, these people end up staying. Phone bill. No, not phone bill. Rent is expensive hell. A lot of people end up being together. A lot of people stay with their family house a little bit longer. Some people might stay like two family household, the parents upstairs, you downstairs, and like that, because how rent is. It's a lot for one person to even live on their own. I live by myself in New York City, and I live with stabilized. But at some point, what will be too much? What I mean, I can't afford anymore. I don't know. Maybe I need to start going to the project. So I mean, it's hey, I'm not far off. Think I'm above it because rent is getting expensive. And I see a lot of people start living as luxury buildings as roommates. A lot of people can have roommates. It's expensive. So phone bills, but $500, no. Yeah, I think phone bills is unreasonable for him at this age to pay. That's responsibility and whatnot. But $500, nah, I don't think that's way too much. That's way too much, and I don't think you should be kicking him out the house if he can't afford it. Like, come on now, homeless, like that's way extreme. And I feel like you probably fall behind your bills, and now your son got a job, and now you expect him to support you. And I understand. I understand it might be struggling. I understand you might be a single mom. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not trying to make no scenarios on her head and what she said, but I just feel like you do the most by saying, "Oh, give me this," or "You out." I don't know. Maybe he's just telling her out. We don't know. Maybe that's the truth. But I said, girl, come on now. So you gonna kick him out the streets, and now he gonna be suffering. So give him that phone bill. Let him pay the phone bill, and that's that. And maybe help with food and something like that. If he eats a lot, and then you start teaching them a financial responsibility. Maybe you should start teaching them way before we start getting the job, so that way when we get to the point, he's know how to start being responsible. All right. So let me see this. That was done. So I saw this post online. Hey, I know sometimes I might be into like social things and events, political things a little bit. So I saw this, and I don't know y'all opinions on it. So I saw this because I know Mandani. He's out of New York City mayor, and he's doing a good job so far. I like how he's very transparent. He's letting us know what's happening, what's going on. He's not one of the politicians, even though we know he's still a politician. He's not one of the politicians that's like off out for himself and his rich people. I think he's really working for the people. He's really working for the people. So I appreciate that. And I think I don't know this was his thing, but I know he wanted to do some like free supermarkets or free grocery markets around the around the boroughs, so people who can't afford high grocery bills could be able to come here and get some groceries like that. Which I'm more fine too with that. I just want to know how you gonna regulate something like this, so people don't be going there and just take up your whole stock and whatever, and then you don't have nothing. So I feel like it should be like a system put in place to regulate with you free grocery stores. It's something like they do donations or whatnot. And I think this place, Poly Market, is get like a food bank donation, like close association with food bank. And, a lot of people who live in the city or whatever. It might be other places too. I'm not gonna say it's just only New York City. Maybe other food banks in other states as well that give free food to people who needs. But what they do is that they just have like a bag set of different items together. They may give you like a milk. They may give you some vegetables. They may give you some fruits. They may give you some canned goods, some grains. It's like that in a package. And everybody get a set bag, so nobody won't come in and just try and take up everything. They all get a limit of something like that, and then they do like every week or every. I do like a week. They do like a weekly basis, like a food pantry. You get a certain bag of different items. They're usually healthy items. They usually give you grain, like whole grain rice or whole grain bread and milk and other things, eggs and items like that to help offset and help people who's in need. So when they had this party market, I saw this. I said, oh, it looked interesting. So they have a party market first, New York City, first free grocery store opening this month. It's after months of planning, we're excited to announce the Poly Market is coming to New York City. New York's first free grocery store will be assigned a lease, and we have donated $1 million to Food Bank for New York City organization. For New York City organization that changes how our city responds to hunger. As part of our mission of giving back to the city we call home, we donate $1 million to Food Bank for NYC to help fight food insecurity across 5 boroughs. Their mission is simple and inspirational: empower every New Yorker to achieve food security for good. The store is created in partnership with Food Bank for New York City, following a $1 million donation to fight food insecurity across all 5 boroughs. The store will be fully stocked, open to all New Yorkers, and requires no purchase. The grand opening is set for February 12th at noon. So I would say it's no purchase. So I think if they want to, they can, but I don't think it's required. But I was like, another way they could do what I have. I'm in a program right now that do like food pantry and food voucher. I know the food voucher point when they give me like a $50 card. I go to Key Food, whatever store that's on the card, like $50 purchase, and they give me like twice a month or three times. and I do that and get a receipt, get another card, go grocery shopping, and it helps with the thing. And I had to get like healthier foods like grains and vegetables, all that stuff like that. What they do with the food bank, they have a point system where that each major group, like fruits and vegetables, like a 7 points, and grains like let's say 6 points, and staples so it was like seasonings and salt and like that. That's like 1 point, and then another food factor group, what was it? Dairy, I think dairy something like that is let's say 5 points, and do that, and that way each point, each item in the store has some points associated with it, and they have like color coded, like fruits and vegetables is yellow or grain is blue, and it's just that, and they have a point, and you gotta give a card with a point, and you get different points, and whatever the food group that point, and it had to add up to that number, and then it's like how many bags you want is just a set of points. If you want 3 bags, the set of points. You want a little bag, 1 point. It's like that. That way, it will help regulate, and it won't be not one person trying to take up everything, and it leaves not people not much, or I don't know. So I just want to know. I just want to put this out there because I say this is a good idea, and to help fight hunger, give access to people who have food who needs it, open to everyone. And if you can pay, you can pay, or whatever. But if you're gonna make it completely free and no purchase necessary, maybe it should be a way to regulate so it would be waste of food. Food will go faster in a fast quantity. Because you might get that one little mofo who in the Bible order their milks and egg, and then everybody else try to get some milk too, and it's like, oh, take up order now. So now it gotta be a limit. Maybe they should say one per household, 1 milk per household, or something like that, or at least 2, or whatever it is. So I just want to know the regulations and what they're gonna do, and that's that. Now I don't know where they say this gonna be at. It's open February 12th. And be downtown. And people ask them questions, but I think they're not responding so much about people things. So that's good. That's good. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about that. But let's move on to anything else. Oh, it's this person, like I don't know. It's on Instagram. If y'all see this lady on my screen right there, her name is Chantal. Chantal Hyde. And she has a great backstory and story. She said she's been a stripper like a couple of years. She's married now and everything. And then she had this type of, I don't know if y'all seen her, but I've been watching her. I discovered her 2 days ago. And baby, she is straight shooter, play no games. And she is I understand her methodology and what she's saying. So basically, y'all know, it's called Canada Dating. Let me get the right. Hold up. Her YouTube, her Instagram channel. Her Instagram channel is called Canada's Dating Coach. Let me write that down. IG. Yes, Canada's Dating Coach. And what she is, she basically have a debate topic, which is called body count doesn't matter. Cause y'all know how people, especially men, try to feel like trying to shame women and try to make it seem like, oh, they them having a high body count make them less desirable partners and whatnot, or promiscuous, all that shameful ideas, even though there's no scientific evidence or thing background that states that the higher your body count, the low, the negative you be a partner, or the higher the body count, you are worse as a partner. Hey boo, what's up? Hey Quesaware. Or the lower your body count, the more honest or loyal you are. There's no evidence or science that's back up that the more bodies you have under you, safe, consensual safe sex leads to negative results. And she making it known that it's facts that stating that body count doesn't matter, because a number for logical people, it doesn't matter for people who understand that the body count does not matter in the grand scheme of things. It doesn't, because it doesn't indicate, it doesn't show you or tell you if a person is honest, if a person is responsible, this person is passionate, has whatever the qualities you look for as a partner. The number does not tell you, it's not an indicator of that. So you still have to observe the person. You still have to go through the dating period of observations and find out if this person is right for you. And that's what she said. So when she had these lives covered of time, and she has books and everything. And I think anybody will support one of her books. And she had books and everything that showcase that there's a fact that body counts doesn't matter. And if you can't prove that, if you could disprove that, if you say that body count does matter, you need to show evidence, study, website, where is that, page number, paragraph number, that states that safe consensual sex leads to negative results. And baby, people come on there especially a lot of guys. So you start realizing a lot of guys trying, y'all know, and this day and age, a lot of guys trying to manipulate, try to gaslight you, try to make you feel like it's wrong. So worried about who you messed with before they got with them. Want you to be very pure for them. I say, so that's kind of like a tactic of control. And there's no indicator that states that the more money she has, the less worthy she is as a partner. And people be coming in there trying to argue down, and she'll be playing. So I'm gonna show you like a clip or two of what she's saying. And I've been on that. I would say, listen, and whatnot. And she only does educate the women, because she powers women and everything, but she also powers men too, and whatnot. And it's saying that what she's saying is benefit for both men and women. But most of the time, ladies all have been in the brunt of dealing with unqualified abusers, men. And usually that would happen. So I'm going to show you case one or two of what she said, because it'd be funny. Because she'll play no jokes. And then she said, well, what you got to do, you got to block these people. If you block these people left or right. And not just only men. Most of the men she blocks. But she said she blocks some females too, who had that pick-me idea or feel like body count does matter, and try to argue why it doesn't matter. How can you determine that if someone has a low body count, let's say there's only sex with one person, you're automatic honest, or they're automatic compassionate, they're automatic responsible, just because they have one person they slept with, compared to someone who slept with like at least 10 or 20 people, they are irresponsible or they are lazy. It's like that. It's no indicator of a number. That's why it doesn't matter. So let's go into ads. Let me see.
WHO? Hi, what's your name?
Hi there, my name's who?
Your name's who?
That's it.
WHO?
That's it.
I'll call you Tony. Tony, what topic are you here for?
Well, there seems to be one body count doesn't matter.
Okay, that's my debate topic. It's a facts over feelings debate, not an individualized debate. It means I'm not debating you on you. That means we don't start a sentence with I think, I feel, my opinion, my experience. We discuss this in a factual or scientific way only. Are you here for a facts over feelings debate, Tony?
Sure, I'm just curious what you mean by body count doesn't matter in regards to
Okay. So when we're picking a long-term relationship, who you did or did not do is never more important than who you are. We define ourselves to know what we deserve. We spend minimum 3 months of observation. Doesn't matter how many people we slept with in the past. No kissing, no sex, no sleepovers, no exclusivity when picking a long-term relationship. Observation before selection means we find out who you are first. And if you're not what we want, we simply get rid of you. If you are what we want, we'll kiss you at the end of 3 months and start a relationship.
Gotcha. Can you pull up your little card again?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, honesty, respect, loyalty. If a woman has had multiple partners, wouldn't that kind of undermine her ability to be loyal or at least committed to one person?
Are you saying people with a low body count are automatically loyal and honest?
No, but I'm saying that
No, exactly. So I'm not going to make the assumption that somebody telling me a low number means they're the person I want to pick. I'm still going to use observation before selection, right?
Well, the question is...
No. If somebody gives me a low number, I shouldn't assume they are honest, loyal, and trustworthy. I should still practice observation before selection. Am I right or am I wrong?
Yeah, you should practice observation before
Exactly.
selection.
Now let me
That's
ask
why
you
we
this,
would observe the body count.
Tony, I got a question for you.
That's why we would observe the body count.
I can't hear you when I'm talking, Tony. You're wasting your breath. So, Tony, at what number will you reject a person who has all the qualities you're looking for? How many people do they need to sleep with for you to reject them, even though they're everything you're looking for?
1.
There you go, ladies.
Black. This motherfucker said one person. So that means if that person has all the qualities you're looking for in a woman, and one would be too much for you, and you would reject her because she slept with one person, so that means she had to be a virgin for you to be with. Boy, bye. That's what I'm saying. That body count doesn't really matter. So when you have people who try to ask you about your body count and try to make it seem like try to make a whole scenario story about you of a number, just that, because they're gonna try to control you. That's a sign of control. There's no evidence indicating whatsoever that saying that higher body count equal less desirable partners. There's no indicator. And there are people who be going back and forth for her, and she still be playing. And it be so funny that some people that she be saying that people have like pee-pee fantasies. Because it's like, think about it. While as a man, you are very obsessed in knowing who the woman has slept with. Why? Why does it matter to even know who she slept with? Because you think about the boys she slept with. So if you think about the boys, you're not even thinking about her specifically and try to know her. You try to understand who she slept with, the boys she attached herself to. So we don't want to deal with the pee-pee fantasies. So you visioning the man that I slept with, it's just irrelevant. It's irrelevant. Why you need to know that so much? Let's go woman too. Let's go for anyone. If you feel like body counts matter, like for a woman that say they want to deal with no freaking man, and that's fine. And she also saying she don't want to change nobody. She kept saying that she's not here to change you. Who you are, who you are. But I'm just letting you know by facts, body count doesn't matter. Because if you go by facts, the number does not indicate to let you know that the person are honest or whatnot, or the person is safe. Because how you find out somebody who don't ever have STDs? You gotta get the go and get tested, and they have to show you the test. That's all facts. It's observation. That's all things you can prove. So let me see what else. Let me see. Oh, this is a person that that person that was saying they were so obsessed with her body count. Let me show you what she was saying. That was so funny.
Said that past.
What's your body count?
So you said that past behavior dictates what future behavior is going to be, right?
Yeah. All right. What's your body count?
Well, what you're saying is that what somebody used to do is what they're still doing. Is that right?
What's your body count, though?
Is that right? What somebody used to do is what they're still doing. Is that what you say?
I'm done here.
Yeah, because you're PP obsessed, and I'm not catering to your obsession by giving you fantasies to go think about. Because when you look at a female, you got to run through her to go think about males. Because you're a ran through male. Can't look at a female without wanting to hear about male genitalia. So you can go into your little PP fantasies. Because your religion, your culture, your upbringing said it's wrong to like boys. I'm telling you, your religion, your culture, your upbringing was wrong. It is okay to like boys. You can stop running through as females to go think about male genitalia. Answer the question. Ladies, are you noticing the ran through males? Are you noticing how many males can't look at a female without wanting, desperately wanting for the female to tell them about other males having sex so they can think about other males having sex without thinking that they're gay? If they use a beard, if they use a female as a disguise, if they run through us to go think about boys, that's not gay. It's okay as per their religion because it's not a sin because they didn't think about boys all by themselves. You can get this on Amazon.
So I was like, I understand her methodology, I understand her thing, and I agree with that. It doesn't matter. It doesn't bear no there's no indication of a wealthy, of a qualified person. Doesn't matter. A person's like 50. And I said, well, listen, a person who have a high body count, they experience. They have live experience, meaning that they understand their body, they understand to teach you how to please them, and they know. So it's not to be ashamed of. Don't let anybody call you promiscuous because you got a high body count. No, you have safe, consensual sex. And don't let this man shame y'all for this body count. Because they can sleep whatever they want. They think they're cute, so it's all good for y'all, but it's not good for the women. No. That's what she trying to cater most to the women because most of the guys think that. They also females think that too. So that's what I'm saying. You got to weed out the bad people.
Hi, what's your name?
Hi, my name is Rex.
Jax?
Rex, J2 Rex.
Rex, what topic are you here for?
All right, just wanted to, this for clarification's purposes, of course. When you say body count doesn't matter,
Yeah.
you do realize that
To the people who practice logic and stick to facts, would you like to hear my facts?
I'm listening. That's what I'm here for.
Yes? Okay, here's the first one. Would you agree it is a fact that a woman looking for a long-term relationship, wanting somebody with all of these qualities, no less, would need to observe someone over time to make sure they have these qualities? Yes or no?
Absolutely.
Yes. Would you agree it's a fact that a man wanting with somebody with all these qualities, no less, would need to observe someone over time to make sure they have these qualities? Yes or no?
Absolutely.
Would you agree it is a fact that if somebody wanted to know if the other person has an STD or STI, they need to ask the person to go to the doctor, get tested, get the test results, and show the test results? Yes or no?
Of course, that's true.
Would you agree it is a fact that somebody with a low body count can be dishonest?
Absolutely.
Somebody with a low body count could be lazy,
Definitely.
irresponsible.
Absolutely.
The logical people who stick to facts don't ask for a number because it doesn't tell them if this is the person they want to commit to. It doesn't tell them if they have an STD or STI. They don't have facts when they ask for a number.
Your comparisons do not reflect what the context of this message here is. You said in court.
I'm sorry, are you here to tone police? Are you trying to tell me to change my messaging? Are you here to tell me what to do with my messaging? Is that what you're here for?
I let you talk. Would you allow me?
You let me. Listen, let doesn't exist in a peer-to-peer relationship. Blocked when they use the word let. Let is parent-child. I don't do let. Nobody comes here and lets me do anything. You don't let me talk. You don't let me add words to my prompt. You don't let me dress the way I want to dress. You don't let me have consensual sex before I met you. There will be no let in a conversation with me. The moment somebody uses the word let with me, I block them because that indicates they think they're here and I'm down here. That is an instant block and delete when they think they're letting me be anything I want to be.
Yes. Like I said, I enjoy her. She is very clear, straight up the vet, and she'll let nobody get over her. And I appreciate that. And I think we have to start realizing that you, your own person, you should not let nobody manipulate you. You should not let gaslight you. You should not let them try to control you or try to tell you any different than what it is. If you can't stick by facts of observation let you know if I'm a person of quality for you or not. My number, who I slept with, it does not matter. It does not give you anything whatsoever. It does not make you. It does not tell you if I have an HIV or not. It does not tell you if I have STDs or not. It does not tell you if I'm honest. It does not tell you I'm responsible. It does not tell you if I'm compassionate. It does not tell you anything else on that list that you think that will make you want to be with someone trustworthy. It does not tell you none of that. The number does not tell you none of that. Facts and observations, and what you see when you observe somebody's behaviors and actions tells you the type of person that you want or you don't want, not a number. So I agree. It doesn't. If anybody try to tell you differently, you block and delete. Like she said, block and delete. I come to the point now, at least in my life, that I'm in a journey. Like I said, I'm talking to a therapist right now. I'm in a journey where I'm secure and I stay with myself, and I have been thinking about pursuing a relationship. But I told her it's not a make or break me. But when I'm in my journey, I'm learning myself. Like lately, I have not been doing any casual sex with a lot of people lately. I have cut a lot of people off that I used to mess with. Because I said at the point, you're not serving no purpose because you don't be able to reach out to me, you don't be able to talk to me, you don't be able to see me. Like, I don't even hear from y'all unless I'm reaching out to y'all, and I'm tired of doing that. So I don't want to do that. I had deleted the let's be real, I'm grown. I deleted the Grindr app, I deleted the Jack app. I'm gonna start getting a Hinge or whatever dating app. That's all. That's all. I ain't telling so much details about that. And try to see how much it goes. And I'm cutting out a lot of bullshit. A lot of bullshit. So it has been to the point that yes, ain't no time to be wasting your time. It's no time to waste your time. No time to let anybody try and tell you anything otherwise. So when she come in, when people come on her platform, I think she does live every day. That's why I show her Instagram thing on my post. Canada's data coach. She doesn't play. And when you listen to her, it's just straightforward. It's very simple, clear, succinct. But people try to come in, don't baby, nobody give no clear evidence or whatsoever to dispute what she's saying. Dispute what she's saying or not, and whatnot. And I said, when you have people who like that, yes, you may not want to understand her approach or how she handle things, but at the end of the day, what she's saying is not wrong. And I think, oh my gosh. Oh, ooh, that scared me. All right, let's get to Keke Palmer. Keke Palmer said something that if y'all have been following me, y'all probably will probably understand what I will agree on her now. I'll ask y'all after she said it. Maybe who people who know me probably will understand, probably will know the answer I would say what I agree on with her or not. Let me tell y'all what it is.
open, but one thing I need you to know is that I never want you to live together. I could be open, but one thing I need you to know is that I never want to live together.
You're so quick, I take it personally.
I like my alone time.
But is that real?
That's real.
Oh wait, are you speaking as Keke?
Yeah, I'm speaking as Keke.
Not the
Okay, girl. I honestly, I just feel like, Whoopi Goldberg said it best once. She was like, I don't want nobody in my house.
Yeah. Wait.
Feel that.
Time out. You're for real, right?
I'm serious. Marry even.
So you're married? You gonna live around the corner?
Around the corner would be great.
What about a guest house? Would you let them live in the guest house?
We can be in a guest house. You know what I'm saying? We can be on the same, land, but I'm over there and he's over there.
Yeah.
At best, separate rooms.
Okay. So what about, you go to the bathroom, you have the 2 toothbrushes?
No, so he can mess my bathroom.
Is that your hot take? So if that's your hot take.
That's one of them.
And that's a hot.
I can't close my mouth. But think about how fun it would be to be like, I'm going over to my man's house.
Yeah. Over there.
Over there.
You know what? It keeps things right.
It's fun and exciting. I want to go sleep on his couch.
And he better clean when you're coming over.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what? I will say I'm laughing about it, but there are probably people watching right now who agree with you.
Come on. It just helps to keep. I feel like sometimes you can be just too up under.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Space. I love it. Yes, I do. I'm not. I said the 2 toothbrushes, and she's like, no. No, that's like.
So those who've been following me for a while, do you think I would agree or disagree with Keke? Because I haven't talked about this for a minute. So I think the answer should be easy. There you go. There you go. Yes. The answer's there. Thank you, Keke. Yes, I will agree. I agree. I have been thinking about this for a while, and I think I talked about this in my therapy session. I had to think about this for a minute. And I also spoke about this when Sherry Lee Ralph said that. And I say, you know what, it resonated with me. Let me say this. Every couple should just define where living situation is for them. Nobody is right or wrong in the situation. So if you find out you need to live with a person, it's fine. That is totally fine. But it's also fine somebody who don't want to live with their partner. Doesn't mean they're gonna be hard. Doesn't mean they're gonna be have a terrible relationship. They're gonna be going by divorce and like that. No, it doesn't mean that. There's no indicator of that. The reason why I feel this way is like, especially in the community, gay guys, sometimes they move so quickly. They want to move in together and everything, and then relationship break up, and then what? Somebody can get kicked out the house. And I said, I don't want to be in a position where I decided to give up my apartment and live with some person, and we decide to be together, and what? And I don't have no place to go. I don't want that. I really don't want that. Maybe it's a fear. I don't care. I like to have my space and my peacefulness. And also my love language is quality time. So yes, I would love to spend time with quality time. You have your place, I have my own place. I can come to you, you come to me. It's like that. Maybe down the future, I'm not closed off of living together with a partner. Maybe down the future, like 3 years or down the line, 4 years down the line, 5 years down the line, we in a relationship. We can think about that. But I do want to keep at least a piece of myself here. Even if we do decide to live together, I would like to keep this apartment. Because you know why? If something does happen, I can come back to it. I have a place to go. Because sometimes I may not be the point I need to be on my own. I don't want to be too under someone so much that I would probably get annoyed and I can't escape from it. Yes, my space, my peace. Exactly. It doesn't mean I don't want to be with the partner. Doesn't mean I don't want to nourish the relationship. Doesn't mean that. It does not take away the relationship. It just means that for me to be a better self, for me to be 100% myself and to be 100% a great partner, I think it would be best if I have my space, you have your space, and we do that. We could try to live together. And we could do that by you stay with me sometimes, I stay with you sometimes. We had this two household, and we want to have a little space. We can have a little space, and then we can come together. It's like, so I feel that way. And when I have a partner, I'm gonna make that clear. I'll say I don't want to live together so early and so fast. I would like to, as possible, keep two separate spaces for now. And we talk about that later down the line, but that's not an immediate thing to happen. I'm not immediately living with you. That's not happening. 24/7. I can stay with you sometimes, but I'm not living with you 24/7. That's not gonna happen right now. No. And it may turn some people off. But that's why when I'm on this journey of finding myself and learning things and doing things differently, I know this is one thing that has been constant. I do want to have my own space because I do not want to be in that position. And I took so long. Like, I've been in my mother's house for, well, in most of my old 20s. Even when I was working everything, I was trying to get on my own and be established. So when I got to 31 and I live in this current apartment right now in New York City, for 8+ years, I've been in this apartment, paying my own bills, living by myself, and everything. It's been great because it's my own. To give that up, to be with someone, and then I end up being kicked out or whatnot. If I don't get kicked out, that space will not be peaceful. Of course, I have a mother that felt like she would never let me see me stranded and whatnot. That's where we have a good relationship. But however, I worked so hard to get to the point where I'm in now. Stability, the financially dependent on myself, the stability, peacefulness, independence. I work hard for all my 30s. All my 30s to work on it. So in my 40s, I can at least have somebody add value to my life and not take away. If I feel like you want to take away, I think taking away means giving up my apartment to be with. I feel like that's a subtraction to my life. That's like that. So there's nothing like having your own. Exactly. So future people who watching me, who want a relationship with me, that's my stance. So I agree with Keke. I agree with Keke. It's like, I agree. I agree with Keke. I agree with Shirley Ralph. Shirley Ralph and her husband are married for decades. Now, not everybody can be the same thing. Like I say, if you feel like you need to be with a person for the relationship to last, that is totally fine. But also, it's not wrong for somebody who want to have what Keke want to do or Shirley's wife want to do. It's not for anybody else to judge. I think that's going to be indicated that their relationship going to be over. How? How you could think so? Just because you think that you should live with a person doesn't mean that someone else should think so. I said, do what's one. That's why it's important to not rush and observe and communicate and have these conversations with the person and have compatibility. And I said this in my therapy sessions. I said, yeah, I don't want to live with my person so quickly. I think that's something I want to have my own. Keep it here. And you can come here and spend a night, a day or two. It's fine. And I come and spend a night with you, spend it. We could continue doing all that for a while. If we got 2 households. We can have 2 households. Instead of just one. Well, what y'all take? Do y'all agree with Keke? Y'all disagree with her? For like that, I know some of my people are married and they live with a partner like that. How you feel if the circumstance was different? My grandparents had separate rooms. They'll come relationships that have been married for years. It lives like separate rooms like that for to maintain the peacefulness in their household. Doesn't mean their relationship is on the locks. or troubled is what best will work for them. And sometimes, yes, if you've been living together and then y'all started not to be separate household, like with Simone, like for example, Simone and Cecil, they was always living together and they started to be separate, then we could understand that there may be some issues going on. But that's a context of relationship. We just have to figure out. It's different from each person, couples by couple. And she really liked with her husband for years, for decades. And we would not know it until she told us that. Exactly. So we here. We not here, but we here. Exactly. So I don't shame her for that. I don't shame anybody who feel that way because I'm in the same boat. So hopefully when I start my journey of finding dating more and getting with people, I'll have to make this known. And it's something we want to talk about. This is what we talk about. And then I'll realize who's compatible or not. Because baby, these gay relationships, they move so quickly, so fast with each other. And most of them want to live with each other. And I understand sometimes it's like comfort. Parents might not be there. They have to be their own. It's not much guidance. They feel it's stability to be with a person. And it's so fine. If you want to do that, that's fine. All right. We got one other topic to talk about. And then we get off of here. It's that Cameron Hugo interview. How many of y'all watched it? Because I decided to watch it. And no, I'm not going back and watching no Potomac. None of that. And I do know Rhode Island, the trailers come out. I did the trailers out. Y'all did the trailer out of Rhode Island come out? That's supposed to be like the New Jersey 2.0 to substitute New Jersey. I don't know if I'm going to watch Rhode Island because it depends on the cast. Kern, exactly. Depends on the cast. But I want to see the trailer and see what it is. Because it seemed like when I saw the silhouette, it seemed like it was too many ladies. It's too many ladies. It looked like 8 ladies. I said, it's too many of y'all. It needs to be 5. I can't be trying to learn all 8 ladies. I can't. But it's a new series. It's a new city. So I give it a chance. I usually try to give it a chance. But we'll see how it goes. What happened to Potomac? It had an episode. I think they had a finale. And they had a separate episode with Cameron. And then a reunion starting, I think this week, whatever it is. So I took notes. And I'm going to tell you this now. I'm not praising nothing about Cameron doing. Act like, at the end of the day, you did this to yourself. You took upon yourself to do away with that. I'm not celebrating nobody of what they did. You did your time, and it is what it is. Ain't no nothing to be celebrating. Well, I hope she learned from this, and she continued on not to continue doing what she did. Everybody making praises and, oh my God, we can't, and it's like that, like she did. I'm not celebrating no bit. I'm not celebrating. No. And then you go sit your plump behind on that couch and berate Wendy like that in the reunion. Wendy's too good. And I hope Wendy catches her behind out, but I know Wendy's not going to do that. Because at the end of the day, I said, girl, you don't want to come in my reunion and tell me to shut the F up. No, that's not happening. I wish you would took your damn advice and shut the hell up. Saying you gonna be vindicated, you gonna be this and that. I wish you would follow your own damn advice and follow your lawyer's advice when they told you that this freaking damage your video will do you then. And you didn't want to understand it until afterwards you find out. You said, "Oh my gosh." For real. So let me tell you what she said. So the episodes, they show that she was getting out. She had her braids. She getting in the car. She waving at people who saying they saw her like she's a big time celebrity like that. I said, girl, bye. You just got out of jail. So she was like wondering why the lady was there at that 20. It took me like a couple of decades to get here at 60. And I said, why y'all ladies here at 20? I said, at the end of the day, I would look at you. I said, why the hell you were here at 60 when it's like, if anybody supposed to be here, which I don't feel like nobody should be going to jail, but if any age someone's supposed to be in jail is when they're young, so they can learn from it, they can maybe get out, and they can learn from the mistakes and not go back in. But don't wait till you're whatever 60 something years old to get in jail. Girl, get the fuck out of here. You don't get to judge me when you 60 something years old and I'm in 20. I said I'm supposed to make mistakes in my 20s. Sometimes a mistake is fatal. Sometimes a mistake is life. And that's something you have to live with. But if you ever have to be in someone's situation and your mistakes lead you to jail, it's probably when you're younger instead of when you're older. Older, you should be learning. You should know better. I mean, that's just me. Because what you're saying, I said, girl, you should not be praising like you looking down the girl. You feel so sorry for the good ladies. Yes, understand. They're young. You want them whole hell life of you. It should not be here. But I said, girl, you shouldn't be here either. Check that. So Andy and Karen talk. And this is September 9th, 2025. So it's only been a couple months, whatnot. And Brandon, her son, helped Cameron with her businesses and while she's in jail. So she appreciate that. She told them that I guess they want to keep her isolated with someone else. So she said, no, I did this. I want to be in Gen Pop. I said, okay, that's cool. She's not really into her phone right now because I know she said she had people who want to tell her about the gossip and want to do that. She said she not been on her phone. So I said, okay, girl, go ahead. So she went straight and she said, and let's talk about the video that broke the internet. So she talked about that. This was happening March 19th, 2024. And 539 days later, she said the lawyer did tell her to take the plea deal because the video is damaging. But she did not want to hear it at the time. So she did not want to deal with that because she was under influences of prescription drugs and alcohol. So because she was an influence of those two substances, she didn't adhere to her lawyer's advice. It's out of her mind. They didn't want to listen to them. Because I know everybody would say, legal counsel should have told her. I said, what make y'all think legal counsel didn't tell her? Obviously, she told us right now, legal counsel did warn her. But as a client, she told him, no, I want to go to trial. So they had to do their job. She said she isolated Ray everything. I said, why are you isolating Ray? What's this big mistake? Because Ray was there when you got arrested. Ray was there. So why you need to isolate him now for everything? No, you shouldn't have him around. Maybe he would have helped you, and maybe you would not be in this position right now. She said she was in a denial. I think it was out there that was saying, it was like rumor out there that it was a plea deal that it would give her house arrest. She said, no, that was not true. It was no plea deal that she would house arrest and like that. But I believe if she would accept the plea deal, she would not be in jail. She would not have been to go to jail. She would have got a guilty charge. She would have to get like fined, do community service or something like that. She would not have been in jail if she would have probably took the deal or whatever they had as stable. But the one of the deal was not about house arrest. She was not supposed to get house arrest. She said the reason why she had to actually face it, her therapist make her face it and watch the video together. Her therapist said, no, you say it right now and you're watching it. And she said when she saw the video, she was nuts. When she talked about she was Thomas Jefferson concubine and all that stuff like that. She was lit. Ooh, I'm lit. Yes, you were lit, girl. That's what we always like. What possession you think you was going to vindicate it? So you definitely was in the denial. Definitely in denial. According to last season, whatever, you were telling people you vindicated and all that stuff like that. So you gonna be so you told too damn much of your damn self. Said she's yes. Exactly. What she did. She said she's sober now. I said, oh, you really? Is you? She said her children is devastated, Raven and Brandon. They felt like she has addiction. They wanted to talk about this 20 years ago. So 20 years ago, when they realized there's a problem then, they wanted to talk about it then. So they realized there was a problem of her having alcohol, but I think she was 40. I think she's like 67 right now, right? So 20 years ago, probably when she was in her 40s. And they wanted to talk about it then, that she had addiction. So she currently saying that she was under prescription from her doctor for antidepressants, but she can not say the name of what she got prescribed. For every reason, she said she could get sued. Now, I'm not a lawyer. I don't know no legalities about that. I don't know why she can't say the name of the narcotics of the drugs she was taking. I guess, I don't know. She said she would get sued if she would ever name the substance she was on that caused the accident she was under, that she did that time. She said when she got the drugs, she changed the dosage. And she started taking more and more than what was prescribed and what was warned her to do. Do y'all believe her when she said she can't say the name she could get sued? I don't know. I said it's not the doctor's fault that you decided to change the dosage of the medication what they prescribed you for. And then, throughout the interview, she mainly was mostly, even though at the end she kept saying that, yes, she had addiction for both, but she was trying to make it seem like she was more have addiction of the narcotics than alcohol. And she said that it was the pills that called me that night. Well, Andy said, well, the alcohol called you that night as well, girl. Don't try and deny that alcohol was not part of it. It called you that night too, girl. So why are you trying to see yourself of being an alcoholic, but willing to claim you have drug addiction? Which I feel like the reason why she's so willing to claim prescription drugs, because she said that it was prescribed to her. So I say it's easier for you to accept something that was prescribed to you so you could blame the person, the doctor. But since the alcohol is your control, it's not easy for you to accept that. And I think the therapist had to make us realize that you have a problem with both, girl, and not just one. But yes, throughout the interview, she was more willing to accept that she had a drug addiction and then not so alcohol addiction. And I said, girl, you got both. And when you willing to start accepting that, then you ready to really heal. You ain't healed yet. So she said she wanted from. She was running. I said, where you want it from? She said she wanted from home. She said she was happy at home. Her house was a tomb. I said, that's a lot of words you're saying. You was happy at home. The house was a tomb. It was like the house was a death sentence for you, girl. It felt like you was trapped. And as I said, what you trapped for? You can leave out the house anytime you want. But I understand. I'm not trying to downplay what's going on in the marriage and everything. But I said the reason why I feel like you was having an issue with Ray, because Ray wanted to retire. Ray wanted to retire and move to Florida and live his peaceful life. But you wanted to stay here because you want to be a part of the housewife. Since he loved you, he stayed there with you. But I feel like that's a part of the contention of your relationship anyway. I think that you should have just left and gone to Florida. Even though I don't think Florida's a good place because Florida's a best state. But that's a part that I think the issue Ray had. He wanted to retire and live his peaceful life, but you wanted to stay and live like you freaking the Grand Dame, like you a city girl. Get the hell out of here. So she said something she doesn't do is drink or drive. I said, girl, you got 4 DUIs. And didn't mention that. I said, well, you got 4 DUIs though. So why are you saying something you didn't do is drink or drive when you have drunk and drive 4 times? So this is type of shit we get. This is type of stuff we talk about, Joe. You don't get the chance to criticize nobody and downplay or trying to lead nobody if you can accept the fact you had 4 DUIs. Now she trying to say that she had 2 incidents that was actually labeled to DUIs, and she had another 2 incidents that was alcohol related, but it was not DUIs. I said, well, it says you got 4 DUIs, you got 4 DUIs. Now, at the end of the day, whether or not you want to distinguish that last 2 whatever incidents with DUIs, at the end of the day, all 4 incidents involve alcohol. So you cannot convince none of us to saying that alcohol is not an issue for you. Girl, it is. So how you got released early? Because she got released way earlier than she's supposed to be released. And she got released. She said she went to work. She went to work. And she said, what you did? She said she was able to lead the NA and NA classes. I said, who the hell? Yes, I said it. Who the hell said that was a good idea? You were coming your damn self. So how the hell you leading the NA and AA classes? Who was in that prison sentence? Who was in that prison jail? Who the hell agreed to that? You won't believe it. No near damn ass NA or NA classes in no freaking facility and whatsoever when you in your recovery. You have not been recovered for years for you to lead any of these classes. I said they were celebrity. They were starstruck of you there. I'm going to my nose really bad, girl. Get the hell out of here. You led the classes. Who the hell agreed to that? It should be somebody there next to you, a psychiatrist, somebody who believed in the classes, who was next to you to make sure you wasn't doing something wrong. You let the classes. Goodbye. She said while she was in jail, Ray came up there and she worked on her marriage with Ray when she was in jail. But she said she come to realization in the terms that she had stopped maturity emotionally when she was 19. If you don't know, at 19, that's when she got SA. Which I will understand that she had stopped maturing emotionally at that age. Something about her just stopped. Even though she got older, her emotional maturity has stunted when she was 19 because of that situation she got SA. Which I understand, maybe because it takes a situation like that to stop somebody's growth. Especially if they really have not took the time to get help on that. It could impact you for the rest of your life. So maybe she did say that was not an excuse for what she has been doing in her life, but she realized, it comes to the realization, her mindset stopped at that age when that happened. And from there, she worked on her life, but never really dealt with that. So let's say Andy was asking, so you want to admit that you have an alcohol addiction? She would say, oh, I have a lifetime recovery. Okay. She said the last time she took a drink was after the incident. So after you had to run your car to the ditch, and she said she was also so happy and lucky that she did not hit no one because she would have been worse. I said, yes, you lucky the hell you didn't hit someone because you would not be out right now. And she took a drink after the incident. I said, so after that, you still took your own drinks. Okay, girl. She said she preferred to go to NA, but she does go to both NA and AA meetings. And I was like, oh, okay. But so Andy showed her what the lady said about her on the last reunion. That's what she would have to do rehab, and she skipped that reunion because she had to do rehab. And they talk about her day drinking. Ashley said she had known somebody that went to talk to her that she went to this place and she was day drinking. And Wendy also said that same thing or knowing something and she didn't want to say. So Karen said yes, Ashley said the truth. When she was at this place and everything back in the day, whatever that is a long time ago, she would go and drink through the day and people had to come and get her. So yes, she said Ashley was telling the truth about that. But when it came to Wendy, she said, "Oh, Wendy don't have no idea what she talking about. She live in 212, so she don't got no idea what the hell what she saying." So kind of dismissed Wendy and said Ashley telling the truth. I said, okay. So they also told about the thank you message that she had because I think she thanked Candace, she thanked Andy, and I think she also thanked Kay, Kiana, but she did not thank Wendy. And Wendy said she has been there for Karen. So she's surprised that she did not get a thank you note. And remember, Wendy would say, "Well, that's not my friend." So Karen said, "Wendy know why I didn't thank her. That's something we can have a conversation about." But she knows why. I said, "Does she?" Because sounded like she was really hurt that you didn't thank her. So I don't know if she didn't know. Ooh, why you tell me I had this thing on here? And if she did know, she sounded really surprised and shocked. I don't think she knew you didn't thank her because she did. She wouldn't be surprised. So she wanted to have a conversation with Wendy. I said, I guess we wanted to see. Now, Andy asked her, do you think the viewers feel like that you should not come back to the show or give a second chance? And she said, I don't deserve a second chance, Andy. But she said, Barbara be getting the heat of it. I said, Barbara get a heat of it because Barbara make their own stupid ass decisions. That's what Barbara gets. So don't try and make them. No, Barbara get their own asses in trouble for whatever they do. But she said she don't think she deserved to come back. But she did say the show did help her to keep her grounded. So she said she probably took a while to collapse or whatever it is if she was on the show because the show provided structure for her. She had a set time, she had work to do, she had this and that. It kept her going. But she said she would at least relax faster if it wasn't for the show. So we don't know whether or not she'll be back next season. I know people will start to see her back. I guess Andy enjoys Cameron. But I felt like Cameron needs to work on herself. And I said, girl, you don't get no room to judge nobody here when you still on your own healing journey. So she said her Ray talked, and Ray was saying, let's say, after you get everything done, said and done, if you feel like this marriage is run its course, he can let her go. He will let her go. He can let her go to be free. And Ray could do what he's doing and whatnot. That's basically all she said in the interview. Now, I knew throughout the interview she would perk her lips. You know what Cameron perk her lips like that sometimes, she about to lie. Or say something that doesn't make sense. And then, every time she said, let's get to it, Andy. Let's get to this, Andy. Let's do this, Andy. Let's do it. I said, girl, if you say, well, let's do this one more time, girl, get out. Come on. Let's talk about it. That's what she kept saying. Let's talk about it, Andy. Let's talk about it, Andy. Let's talk about it, Andy. I said, girl, y'all talking about it. Why do we keep saying it? And the fact that she didn't want to really admit that she really have an alcohol problem and only put it under the drug, that she really admit that she really have a drug problem. And then close to the end that she realized she knows she has both. But throughout the interview, she was trying to deny that she has an alcohol problem. I said, girl, no, you have it. And the first step of healing is admitting that you have the issue with both, not just one. So, girl, you're not fully healed yet. So then she then show a clip of her partner reunion saying, "Oh, Stacey, you lied. You still lying this season?" I said, "Girl, you lied too." So stop all this lying about. Ashley lies, G-Neck lies, Stacey lied. Y'all all freaking lying. So stop, get the fuck out of here about this Stacey lying business. Get the hell out of here. And then she coming to him berating Wendy. Wendy, I been here. She's trying to let you know you doing too much. You talking too much. You need to shut the fuck up. I said, if I were Wendy, I said, bitch, you don't have no time to want to talk to me, you slush ass bitch. You a drunk, dusty trick that driving. Listen, old ass realize you can't get a chauffeur or get an Uber at home. You want to take a figure behind the car and drive your figure in the ditch. You sloppy drunk hoe. Don't even come at me about shut the fuck up. If I went, I would lay her ass out. Now I'm not a reader. I'm not a reader. But somebody will lay her ass out. Don't come in trying to shun me. I said, girl, if you would have took your damn advice last time, you would have been in this position right now. After you high and mighty. Your drunk ass. Knowing that said you was a cocky bottle. I said, how does cum taste, girl? Being somebody cocky bottle. So you went a time history back in the day? Ooh, you lit. Lawyer told you to take a plea deal. You want to take a deal there. So you don't got time to talk to me. Now, Wendy, I don't know what Wendy's saying this season or whatnot. But we know Wendy had her own legal battles going on right now. And then hopefully, if she does get some time and not too much, or it get thrown out, but based on everything they had, it's like, listen, girl, you have a hard time to prove that you didn't commit fraud when items you say you're missing is claimed to be returned or whatnot. So we'll see how that goes. But Wendy looked like she was saying that, taking a dash. She just shut the F up and this is that. I said, girl, nah. We ain't going back and forth. And Wendy, I said, Wendy's a political analyst. She can not let nobody talk to her like that. And let's get to the bottom of why you feel like she knows the reason why you're not talking to her. So no, don't get here. I want to know if Andy was there and maybe part two, whatever. I'll tell him. And so what the issue you have with Wendy and what Wendy should know and why you're not speaking to each other. And I said, first of all, you don't really care for Wendy like that anyway. Because remember you saying Wendy didn't fit the aesthetics of the group? She don't deserve to be here because she don't fit the aesthetics of what Potomac is. So anybody think that Cameron really rock with Wendy like that? No. That's why I said, Wendy, you should never let this girl talk to you like that. Ever again. Especially after she was saying all that stuff. You don't fit the aesthetic of the group. You don't fit what the group is about. You should F the hell up. You talking too damn much. What Wendy is saying, if y'all watch the episode, what is she saying that she was talking too much? Now, granted, she did not say much. Just like you should have said much too when you was getting questioned about your stuff. But now you say, hey, act like you got all this wisdom. Now you want to berate somebody. Get out of hell. You don't berate nobody. You damn self, girl. Slushy dong. You slush. All right, I'm done. If y'all watch the interview, do y'all feel like she was performative? Because about the interview, I know Eddie was looking at her sometimes like, girl. Even Andy, sometimes he probably wasn't believing most of what she was saying. But, he still loves Karen. So she going to not dive into so much. But he did keep emphasizing about, girl, you have an issue with alcohol. He kept emphasizing, girl, alcohol is a problem. Alcohol is a problem as well. It's like that. I said, But I was missing social corner, y'all. I had talking enough. I did 2 hours here. Anything else that came out? I know it was some of the stuff that happened or whatnot. Like for example, that Glorilla, her sister. I'll say this. I don't know what it is going on, but I would say this. Just because Glorilla is successful and make it big, doesn't mean she own her family anything. I'm gonna say that. I said it. Yes, Mizzle said it. Mizzle 14 said it right now. I said. She doesn't owe her family anything. Especially we don't know her family dynamics. Basically, I don't know. See, what I saw, that sister looked like she was very excited for her money. And granted, I do understand that maybe if you do make it big, you want to help your family and this or that. You can, but not to the point that they can feel entitled to it. And I believe Glorilla did something to help her family out, but then they irresponsible and not do nothing for themselves. It would trying to take advantage. So she decided not to help anymore. Now, her sister came out what she wanted to say. Don't know if it's the truth or not. I don't think Glorilla said her piece. It was true or not. But, the age of social media, she aired it out. So, Glorilla, more power to you. I'm staying out of it. I ain't saying much of it because we don't know. We don't know. But I'm just saying that just because somebody is successful doesn't mean they have to help you. Especially if you didn't really have a good relationship before I became successful. And family doesn't mean anything to people sometimes, especially by blood. They could treat you worse than strangers. So, I'm staying out of that. Oh, yeah, Tyra Banks had a documentary about America's Next Top Model. She finally admitted that she went too far. I said, I know y'all did, but we got to see what it is. So, we're going to talk about it. We're going to watch that. And if it's good enough, I will give my commentary about it. Because I did go up watch America's Next Top Model. I was religiously watching that show. At some point, I did stop watching it. I don't remember what season, but I know I made past season 10, though. Season 10. I know I made past season 10. So I've been watching religiously until a certain point I had stopped watching it. So I don't know what happened when I stopped watching it. But yes. She finally admitted that they went too far sometimes with some of the ladies. Some of the stuff they're doing. And we will watch. It's on Netflix, so I think it's on the 16th or something like that, February. Later on, next week, the following week, and we will be watching it. It will be a watch along, and we will watch it. So let's get into that. But yes, we were about to watch the Traitors and Married to Medicine episode tonight. And also maybe watch an episode of The Beauty that's on FX. So catch me on there. I gotta get something to eat. I order me something to eat. And while I'll be watching the show, I'll be eating my food. I appreciate y'all. Anything else that came on? Do y'all want to discuss real quick before we get out of here? Well, if nothing else, I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. I'll talk to y'all later. Don't forget, next week, there will be my Traders episode because I got to watch. I want to do Traders episode this week and next week review. So after the next week episode, we will give a review. Married to Medicine review will be next week. The next week of the book review. And that's that. So you got the book review next week. If it's not Sunday, I'll probably put it on Wednesday, but I'll probably do it on Sunday. Sunday, Trades review and Married to Medicine review. And I have talked to y'all later. I appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Peace out. And catch me on Discord. I'll be there in a few minutes. All right, later, y'all.